Hello YouTube. I am going to do a video on how to do clan battles with manual and kind of semi-auto as well, rather than just opposed to auto attacking. So if you guys want to try to maximize your damage and instead of just auto the whole thing, then this is the video for you. A good start or practice that you guys want to get in habit to is using the trial run. I'm pretty sure you guys are already doing that, but if you don't know about the trial run, it's always defaulted as Clash, and this is your regular attack. But you want to practice your run so you can see which teams are the best in order to maximize your damage. And so I would also run trial run a couple times because like every trial run is not the same. Sometimes there's different factors that come into play, like does your character actually get hit, and if they get hit they'll build TP. If they evade the attack they won't build any TP, and some things like that. So my trial run for this team right here, this is just a practice team right here, ranges from 470 80,000 damage to 530,000 damage. I've seen it hit at the highest, and that's when you get those critical hits. Now, I also see that some people will tell you which characters to use, but they won't explain why they're being used. So, Mitsuki is a really great debuffer. This is her debuff. It deploys a field that lowers the physical defense of all enemies in range, and it's a really high number. Like if you are at level 79 like me, it will debuff around like 80 to 90. Which in comparison, if you look at somebody like Shiori, which it doesn't show you the number, her debuff from her ultimate only debuffs around 30 to 40. So it's more than half a difference, or she's basically double the debuff than Shiori, and that's why Mitsuki is a really powerful unit to bring for clan battles. Everybody knows that Makoto is also really good because she's a damage dealer and a debuffer at the same time. Kaori is a really powerful damage dealer, and so is Shizuru. She's also, or Suzuna, I'm sorry. She's also really great because her ultimate always results in a critical hit. So that's why she's very powerful. Kaori just does massive damage to an enemy and it's a single target, so that's why she's so good. Now, if Kaori does happen to land a critical attack, she actually can hit stronger. I'm actually going to show you guys this while I'm explaining some more of this. Kaori is able to critical stronger than Suzuna if she can get the setups. So, as I said, when you're doing this and practicing your team, you should always run it on auto and run it on auto a couple times so you can see what your range is and if you can beat that range on average. Another thing you want to do is try to count how many ultimates each character does. So that's the first ultimate for Kaori and Makoto. Um, if you just auto this team, this Kaori should get 3 ultimates, so should Makoto, or she should get one very end, maybe it's close sometimes. And Suzuna only does 2 ultimates, I think. Maybe 3, I can't remember. But the reason why you want to make sure that you keep track of your ultimates is to see how much you want to try to replicate whenever you're trying to manual it rather than auto the whole thing. So there's 20 seconds left, and Kaori is going to do her last ultimate. Suzuna, I think that might be her last one as well. And we hit a pretty high auto attack on this one, 522,000, which is pretty good. It wasn't the highest I've ever seen, but things to take note of is when your characters are attacking um, for the auto. And so when you're manualing, you want to ask yourself a couple questions like, is it worth it to wait for a debuff or a skill in order to combo everything, or should you just go at it? Now, we don't have any characters right now that has really high TP gain, like Vegeta's the highest, but there will be a unit that comes later called Christina, so she's basically like Vegeta plus. And she can do like 2 ultimates easily before a lot of people do 1 ultimate. Kokoro is also a slow TP builder, so if you're using her, you can unleash everybody's ultimates before you use hers. But Kaori, since she's the main damage dealer, in order to maximize her damage, what you want to do is try to get the debuffs going before she actually attacks. And if you guys want to rewind this video and see how much damage she was doing, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'll just tell you right now, without any debuffs, Kaori alone only does about 9 to 9,500 damage. 9,500 damage. With a Makoto buff alone, she gets about 3,000 damage extra. So she'll hit around 12,000 damage. And this is all without criticals too. With a Mitsuki buff, debuff, she'll hit around 20,000 damage. And with a Mitsuki and Makoto debuff, she'll hit around 25,000. And I'll show you that down really quick, just so this video is not too long. And this yellow circle or this pink circle right here is the debuff. Another way you can see if it is the debuff is look up here where the shield is at, and that's a debuff symbol. You also saw the other debuff symbol, which is a curse symbol, also placed down by Mitsuki. So make sure that you have that debuff going if you want to maximize your damage. We're going to slow this down. And without buffs, as said, or debuffs, she's hitting for 9,500. I'm going to speed up again. I'll show you her attack with just Mitsuki debuff. And then I'll show you her attack with Mitsuki and Makoto debuff. So we're going to wait for her buff. Wait till that, there it goes. We went from 9,000 damage to 20,000 damage. And I said you just have to keep on waiting for this. Now it's a little bit harder to remember. Always watch this because debuffs can stack. So remember that. So Mitsuki and Makoto can stack their debuffs. So you don't always just look at here. It's a good idea to look at the circle. There's a circle. We're gonna put down Makoto's debuff because it'll last a while. And then we're gonna use Kaori's attack once she gets it. And you'll see she should hit about 25,000 damage, 28,000 damage. It ranges too. And Kaori can hit for about 50,000 damage with a critical. I've seen her hit like way harder than Suzuna, which is a good thing, and it's all about luck. Whereas Suzuna, she only hits about 44,000. I've actually seen her hit for 48,000, so I'm not sure if that was because it was a Makoto and a Mitsuki debuff. But this is just to give you guys an idea of why sometimes you should wait to use your ultimates. So you have to tell yourself or ask yourself, how long am I waiting in order to get the next debuff? So you want to replicate the trial on auto. Or sometimes, like, if your attacks are strong enough, it's better to just do it with it. Sometimes you'll actually do more damage if you wait for the full debuff to maximize Kaori's damage. And sometimes you might want to bank it on luck. So as I said, if you hit her critical with both debuffs, I've seen her hit for 58,000 damage. And you saw me do, 522,000 damage with full auto. So we're going to do a semi-auto. And one of the things that happens on full auto is Kaori will get her ultimate before Makoto does. And so what you can do is wait a couple of seconds for Makoto's ultimate to debuff and get the extra 3,000 damage. So for an extra 3,000 damage for these 2 seconds that you're waiting, I think it's worth it. This is the way I usually fight the boss, or I'm going to be fighting the boss, because on average I've seen the damage higher. And Suzuna and Mitsuki seem to always pair their ultimates together. I always see the debuff from Mitsuki before Suzuna has her ultimate, and that pairs very, very well. I think Kaori might not get her ultimate yet. She's not going to get her ultimate before then. So if we wait one more second, there we go. And we have Mitsuki's debuff now. And as I said, we got 20,000 damage instead of the 9,000 damage. So again, you have to ask yourself, how much time is it before the next attack, and is it worth it? Just wait for that ultimate attack. I mean, we're talking about double the damage. we went from 9,000 damage to 20,000 damage. So I would say that's more than worth it. And another 20,000 damage. Oh, Makoto. Sometimes you have to smash that attack in before you get to the very end. So you saw on full auto, it went. It was around 522,000 damage. This was semi-auto, and all I did was change two things. I waited for Makoto's ultimate to debuff, did that first, and then did Kaori's attack to maximize her damage. And then the second Kaori's ultimate would have gone off before Mitsuki debuffs again. So if you wait another 2 more seconds, you can get your maximized damage again, and then have Mitsuki debuff before Kaori does. And then the last one, you just let it go, because I think it lands on it anyways. And we still have the 3 ultimates from Kaori while maximizing your damage, because otherwise you would hit for 9,000 damage each time without any of the debuffs. So these are just some things that you should look out for if you want to do some autoing or semi-auto. I would call this semi-auto, as you saw. Full manual would be a little bit too harder, and we don't have enough units for it to matter too much. The damage difference isn't gonna be that big, I would say. So I wouldn't worry too much, but if you want to practice a little bit more, these are some tips that I hope will help you guys out. Um, we're doing really, really good now that I think about it. My goal is to hit top 300 and lower, and I'm hoping to do that. I'm going to be kicking out some people from my clan, unfortunately, because like they keep on not logging in after 3 days. So if anybody is interested, I might have some room after this clan battle is over. But I hope this video has helped you guys, and if you guys enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if you guys have any questions, just let me know in the comment section. I'll get to it as soon as I can. I also have a Discord. It is for this clan battle, but I also play with other games, but if you guys want to follow me on that, that'd be great. And I hope to see you guys there. Again, everybody, I hope this has helped you, and have a great day. Take care.